Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the Starcraft 2 Ownage Shack. It's David here bringing you another commentary, and today we're going to be looking at a Zerg versus Zerg as I promised, and it's going to be between mTwDIMAGA, who is I believe the Ukrainian Zerg here at the bottom right, or sort of right position of Scrap Station. Very good Zerg player, tons of great tournament finishes. Check him out if you don't know him already. His opponent is going to be mouzMorroW, the yellow Zerg at the other position, position 1, I believe, of Scrap Station. Should be a number 1, I believe it's covered by the creep at the moment. But anyways, yeah, mouzMorroW, really great Zerg player. I believe he used to play Terran. These are two European players, so it's going to be sweet to see what they try here. Now, the map is Scrap Station, as I mentioned. I thought this would be an interesting map, actually, to cast a Zerg versus Zerg on, and that is because of the very close air distances. It really tempts you to go for Mutalisks here in this matchup, but remember, if you go for Mutas, that means that your Roach-Hydra combination, which really is the ultimate ground army for Zerg versus Zerg, is going to be slightly delayed. So it's an interesting trade-off, and I'm really curious to see what these guys do. The other thing about Scrap Station and Zerg is it's so easy to take an early expansion. It's really easy to defend. The only thing is, in Zerg versus Zerg, you really have to be aware of what your opponent is doing at all times. It's such a volatile matchup. It can blow up in your face at any moment. If you take the fast expand, which it looks like Dimaga here is going to be doing, and your opponent does not, and they go for something like a 10 pool, you're pretty much done. They're going to run about 8 to 10, 12 Zerglings right into your base, and you're pretty much toast. It does not look like morroW is going to be doing that, however. We do see the spawning pool is on the way at a normal time after the extractor, so it's probably going to be a 100 gas and then pull the drones off and go straight for speed, the metabolic boost upgrade. Really great upgrade. Honestly, I'd like to see people get that a lot earlier. It's so good, and especially on Scrap Station where the positions are so long. Just look at that. Huge distances. Over here, really, there's no reason not to get speed early. It takes so long that you need to be fast to get to your opponent's base, and it looks like he is going to be doing just that. He's going to leave 2 drones on the gas, however. He's putting a third one back on, so maybe he's going to be going for some Banelings too then, because his speed is already on the way. Dimaga, of course, going to be a little bit later with that speed, simply because he did opt for the early expansion, but we do see 6 Zerglings are already on the way here for morroW. He's going to be charging right in, and there goes the Baneling nest, just like I thought. That extra gas is always indicative of Banelings. Banelings play such a crucial role in Zerg versus Zerg, especially when there aren't any roaches on the field, and it looks like there aren't. It's going to be Zerg Baneling versus Zerg Baneling. morroW must win here. He does not have that extra hatchery. If he doesn't do significant damage to Dimaga, Dimaga will be so far ahead because of his early expo that there will be no way for morroW to recover. But right now, it's really just a race to Banelings. We can see that morroW is currently winning that race, and he's got tons of Zerglings here. He could get a sweet surround on these if his speed finishes in time, but it's not going to be the case. These Zerglings will have to back out. Honestly, I'd like to see some better creep spread from Dimaga right now. He needs a queen absolutely right now to spawn that larva, spew that larva. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You get what I'm trying to say. And anyways, both Baneling nests are now finished. We have 4 Banelings each. 5 now for... oh crap, he comes in right as the Banelings are morphing. This could be extremely bad. He's taken out tons of Zerglings, and now the morphing Banelings may not get to explode. And he backs off quickly at the last minute. Very wise right there. His speed is finished, so he's going to be will-to-freaking over to the base. Meanwhile, the Banelings here are doing... oh man, he takes out 3 with 1. Good trade-off there at any time. The Zerglings here are going to be doing a ton of damage to these red Zerglings. Dimaga is clearly at the losing end of this battle, but I do believe he was victorious here, whereas Banelings were allowed to explode and deal massive amounts of splash damage. Oh wow, another Baneling, a 1-for-1 trade. Never something you want to do. These might get taken out before they have a chance to complete morphing, and indeed they do. So intense, and we see that morroW still has not decided to get that extra hatchery, so he is going to be committing to this one base all in. It has to go down right now, or he is going to be losing the game. We see tons of Zerglings out on the field. More Banelings are coming from both sides, as we can see on the production tab. We have 6 Banelings now for Dimaga, while mouzMorroW decides to morph a couple Banelings here right in the front. I don't think I agree with that, but wow, Banelings exploding on Banelings. We have Baneling on Baneling action. Whoa! one Baneling of mTwDIMAGA takes out 3 for mouzMorroW. Huge Baneling wars are going on. 2 more explode over here. We can see their acidic remains on the ground. What a crazy battle. If this Baneling explodes on this group, it's going to be GG, but he only gets 2. And now mouzMorroW is going to have to back off. I don't know if he can keep up the production off one base. With this hatchery now up and running, it could be GG for mouzMorroW if he does not end it soon. And mTwDIMAGA now morphing at a ton more Banelings. We see 5 Banelings coming in. 2 more, 3 more coming in now for mouzMorroW. He's gonna have to. They're backed into a corner. Oh, if he had just turned there, he could have done massive amounts of damage, but he does it anyways. Taking 5 Zerglings out with 1 Baneling, and these 2 Banelings are still roaming around trying to land. And they, oh, huge hit! 7 Zerglings get taken out by 1 Baneling, and that might be it for mTwDIMAGA, who's quickly losing ground here on mouzMorroW in the Baneling and Zergling count. If we look at the unit counting station, we see that mouzMorroW is greatly ahead in Zerglings. He will have more Banelings once these complete morphing. He's now working on the expansion. I think mTwDIMAGA is going to be pretty much toast very soon. We see he has 1 Baneling. He has to get a perfect hit, but 3 are going to be trying to go for the drones. There goes a 1-to-1 Baneling explosion while some more fighting is going on the ramp. Tons of APM here. If we look, we can see they're super fast. Both of them are microing as hard as they can to control everything perfectly. In Zerg versus Zerg, micro is of the utmost importance. Forget macro. In Zerg versus Zerg, you need to control your Banelings perfectly. And there's 1 Baneling caught out of position. He's going to go down. And oh, if they had just exploded right there, he could have done massive amounts of damage. And the Queen is now doing sick damage, but he's going straight for the, oh my god, a crap load of drones. Just get slaughtered by the Banelings there. And another battle is going on here. More Banelings exploding for a 1-to-1. Always a trade you don't want to be at the giving end of. And here comes a bunch of Zerglings pushing mouzMorroW back across the map. It looks like mTwDIMAGA might be making a huge comeback, but we see 14 Zerglings are about to pop out over here. Oh, such a sick game. I'm so glad I decided to go for Scrap Station. Wow. 3 more Banelings are now being morphed here. And 2 are about to... He needs to back off. Those will do insane amounts of damage. I think that this is going to come down if these morph in time. It doesn't look like it. They are going to be taken out prematurely. Very unfortunate. He needs to morph more back here at his home base. I don't know if mouzMorroW is going to be able to come back from this. We see this expansion is now finally getting saturated after the pressure has somewhat ceased. But now it looks like mouzMorroW is going to be pushing back across the map without Banelings of his own. He's not going to be able to do anything. I don't know why he's morphing them so close to mTwDIMAGA's forces here. He needs to keep these safe. He already lost 3 unnecessarily right there. And now the Banelings are coming in for mTwDIMAGA. Here comes 3 for mouzMorroW. This is probably going to be the final decisive battle in this match. Oh my god, this could be extremely bad for mTwDIMAGA, though. He is behind in the Zergling and Baneling count, but oh no! 1 Baneling of mTwDIMAGA managed to take out 3 from mouzMorroW. What a sick trade. And now I think these Zerglings are going to be morphing into a few more. We see on the production tab, both players are not even bothering to drone up. No point right now. Oh, wow, another 1-to-1 with the Banelings exploding on each other. There's another. That's always something you want to do. Very excellent by mouzMorroW. Taking out 1 Baneling with 1 Zergling. It's a sick trade. And this Baneling needs to loop around and do insane amounts of damage. He only manages to get 3, but I believe the rest of the Zerglings here should be able to mop up mTwDIMAGA's forces as he's forced to retreat to his ramp where his own Banelings are waiting. Wow, I am so glad I do not play Zerg. This looks freaking intense, guys. And now we have 1 Baneling each, and that one takes out a huge number of Zerglings. Oh, sweet damage being dealt by mouzMorroW. And now he manages to take out 1 Baneling with 2 Zerglings. I think mouzMorroW is getting the better end of all these trades right now, and he's even about to... Oh, wow, 3 Zerglings. I don't know how even that is. It's probably more even than the other one. And this Baneling needs to land, but... What the heck was that? I don't know why they both didn't die there, but whatever. So, more Baneling trades being dealt here. I don't know what's going to happen. I think mouzMorrow's ahead on the Zergling count, and there's no Queen here to even the odds. So it looks like mouzMorroW should be able to push in here for the win. He's streaming towards this hatchery. If this goes down, GG calls mTwDIMAGA. GL as he calls GL for the rest of the tournament. Very sweet replay here. I am so glad I picked this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed this Zerg versus Zerg. This is hands down my favorite Zerg versus Zerg of all time, even of all the ones I've watched. Sweet game. Absolutely sick play. Morrow takes it with superior Baneling and Zergling control and committing to that one base all in. Absolutely sick. If you like this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more videos. More are going to be coming up soon. And just in case you didn't know, the GSL 4 is now very much underway. And if you aren't watching that, you really should. I bought my season's ticket yesterday, and I have to say I do not regret it one bit. The best $10 I've ever spent in my life. Tasteless and Artosis are the best casters I have ever seen. They are so knowledgeable about this game. They make me look like a Starcraft baby. If you like that, go check it out. It is so good. Anyways, that's it. That's all. Replay complete. Peace out.